Hi, hello, welcome back. My name's Devraj. Today I'm going to talk about positivity, and specifically in the context that positivity is not enough. Because having been around like the positivity movement, and by that I mean people working in motivational psychology or related fields where, you try and get your self-image really good and expanded, and then you start to move out into the world and create positive change. What I see is that it's great work, but it is not enough. It is not enough to create real change deep within your being, I remember the Yes Group, back in the late 90s in London. A group of people who are into Anthony Robbins and this kind of thing would get together and pump themselves up and go out of they come out of a conference center or wherever and they're like, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. 1 week, 2 weeks, a month later, the energy has dropped back down, and there's a reason for this. There's a reason for this. And if you understand this, you can start to really create change within your own being, basically. What it looks like from the outside with positivity, what I always hear when I'm talking to people from the positivity movement, it's like, okay, I found a place inside of me which is positive. I grew up in the negative. I had low self-esteem, a contracted self-image, a negative self-image. I changed that. I started to come out. I found a part of me that was positive. And what I hoped was, if I could just empower the positive and drop the negative, then it would work. I would get, my life would change. I would get out in the world and things would be really fucking awesome for me. And the reality is probably for something like 0.1 to 1% of people who are involved in positivity, it does work like that. But for the 99% of other people, or 99 to 99.9% of people who are involved in positivity, it does not work like that. It does not work like that. And the reason is simple. The reason is simple. We have repressed our natural emotionality very, very strongly. And all of that repression sits inside the muscles of the body and acts like a negative, like a charge, like an electrical charge in your system. And so your prefrontal cortex up here is like, I'm going for the positive, I'm going for the positive, I want it, I'm a good person, I'm an open person, I'm a loving person, I'm going out into the world and I'm going to be fucking awesome. And in the charge in the muscle system is like, no, I'm going to drag you back in the shit, man. You ain't addressing me. You can't just disconnect like this, This is how it works. This is how it works deep inside your system. It is not enough to empower the positive and try and drop the negative. You empower the positive, yes, but you must also address the negative. You have to get the charge out of the muscle system one way or the other. The way I work is with bioenergetics and also to a degree emotional expression, screaming and shouting stuff. Because over time you start to get the muscle system clear. Your energy can flow, your emotions can flow, which is the same thing. And the amount of energy available to you that you can, direct into a positive cause, into what you want to do, goes up over time. That's why I do bioenergetics every morning, like every fucking morning, basically. And 90% of the time I don't want to do it, but I just do it. I just do it. I do it because I learned that it works. Get up in the morning and I'll move my body with bioenergetics. And the reason I chose that over, because I used to go running, sometimes I do yoga, go to the gym and stuff like that. And all of that would move my energy and get me in a positive open space. But the bioenergetics over time, it does that, but it also clears out the shit. It clears the stuff out of the muscle system. So if you're turned on and interested and, hey, maybe this is interesting, check out my work. Check out in particular, if you're a guy, check out Project Man. Coming up in Brighton in 2 weeks' time, we've got 2 whole days of bioenergetics and other related therapeutic stuff. A load of guys together in a space, and we're going to clear so much of our own stuff out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be absolutely fucking awesome. And you'll come out of there feeling good. You'll come out of there with brothers, and you'll come out of there knowing stuff that you can do each day to progressively clear the gunge out of your system, so you get more and more positive and more open, and you can do more and more good for yourself and for the world and the people around you. Also check out Spiritual Boot Camp, 3-day intensive, coming up also in October, middle of October, 10th to 13th, here at Osho Lila. I've got some great workshops coming up. Get involved. Don't just... If you've been around the positivity scene for a long time, or you've been trying it out and you kind of know somewhere there's something missing, I tell you, this is what's missing. This is what's missing, the work with the body, the work getting the charge out of the muscles from the past. Once you start to address that, then over time, slowly your life really starts to transform on a very, very deep level. Check out these workshops. get a step up, get a step up. Once you learn this stuff, the sooner you learn it, the sooner you can start to take effective action to get yourself open and to clear out the gunge. It's not a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. But you do it over time and you create change. If you want to be successful out in the world, you need to start learning about bioenergetics now. It's as simple as that. You need to start learning about it. Whether you get it from me or someone else, you need to understand it, because then you can really move forwards and no one's going to be able to stop you. Okay, guys, check out bioenergetics, check out my work. Keep doing it. You can do it. I will speak to you soon.